The bucolic sight of dairy cows contentedly chewing the cud in a lush meadow is all part of the rural idyll. Truth is, it's one huge deceit that has prospered on ignorance. This is what it's all about: milk, and lots of it. High-yield cows produce an astonishing 120 litres a day, 10 times more than any calf could ever drink. But that's academic to the calves. After 48 hours, they're taken away and never taste milk again. It is traumatizing to mother and calf alike. This little creature sits in its own diarrhea, lost and bewildered. And it happens year after year, as long as the mother is able. Made pregnant again through artificial insemination almost immediately, she will carry the double burden of pregnancy and milking for 7 months of each of those years. For some calves, about 200,000 a year, life is barbarically short. Can't give milk and too scrawny for beef. Others are allowed a life of sorts. The law allows them to be kept like this for up to 8 weeks after birth, devoid of all contact with their own kind. Some farmers make them suffer even longer. These are half-grown beef calves who've been imprisoned for months. Cows are inseminated by semen from either dairy or beef bulls, and 40% of all UK beef comes from dairy herds. This calf has the added burden of advanced mange. Calves surplus to requirements can legally be sent hundreds of miles to market at just 7 days old. Of course, it isn't just calves who are auctioned. Who knows when this cow was last milked? A full udder can be extremely painful. And this poor creature gave birth in the market, as the still attached afterbirth shows. The calf almost certainly killed. Because beef cross calves can be too big for dairy mothers, they may cause nerve damage and paralysis, which results in the cows doing what's called the splits. This is the farmer's remedy. Constant milking and pregnancy exert a terrible toll on dairy cows. Their unnaturally large udders cause painful lameness and laminitis. Suddenly, the life of a dairy cow seems far from idyllic. They are unable to eat enough to stave off hunger, and this is why. The twice-daily routine of extracting their milk. Animals who could naturally live into their 20s are usually exhausted and killed at 5 years old, after just 3 lactations. Even those cows with access to pasture spend at least 6 months a year behind doors. Today's cows are often too big for the stalls where they spend the winter. The filth and their leaking milk allows mastitis bacteria to prosper and spread. The hard concrete floors and usually no bedding produce pressure sores on their lower legs. And as a final insult in the name of productivity, an increasing number of cows are kept like this all year round, in the euphemistically named zero grazing units. We're often asked what would happen to all the animals if everyone gave up dairy. A better question would be, what's happening to the animals now so people can drink milk and eat dairy produce? You've just seen the answer to that.